Next, I'd like to request Mr. Asif Al Hasan from University of Dhaka for presenting. The title of his paper is Impact of Communal Violence on Religious Minority of Bangladesh.
Sir.
Yes, Asif Al Hasan. Present his paper.
Sir, thank you for giving me the opportunity in Social Innovation and Research Conference 2020. I'd like to thank everyone for joining here. Now I am going to give my presentation on SIRC 2020. So I am Asif Al Hasan from University of Dhaka, and my topic today is impact of communal violence on religious minority of Bangladesh. Uh, as it's seen here, the communal violence is totally a concept without its related consequences. In the present situation of Bangladesh, it is not only a concept but a major issue of human security. So we are watching that the situation of Bangladesh is not just a major issue, and to the human security, it creates threat to minorities also, creates a threat to human security, as a human security encompasses a broad area of community problem and society. The minority people define in my study, in this study, as the ideological minority, including religious, ethnic minorities, namely Hindus, Shias, Buddhists, and Shantal or other indigenous people who are the victims of different kinds of threat from minority. Violence is a very broad term initially, and obviously it required a communal involvement. It is an important factor that communal involvement is one of the main part of communal violence. It will create a problem. It may be occur different communal group. In this study, the main purpose is to present the scenario of human security threat and the threat to freedom from fear drive from the intercommunal violence. Also, the trends of present violence that is watching here. We are watching here that trends of present violence will be measured in this paper. And now we are going for method of the paper. This has been conducted by following the qualitative way by providing insights into the problem of communal violence by descriptive analysis. It has also tended to uncover the trends to see a relationship between their intercommunal violence and human security threats. So this is the method of the paper. Now, data collection. This study data collection or data will be conducted by the secondary data analysis, actually by the combination of different reports. In this part of whole study and analysis, this study will collect data from different sources, and the source will be may include journal articles from ResearchGate, Sage, JSTOR, ISSN, and etc. Including that, websites including the reports of different minority rights organizations, and so on. The data on analysis part will include 5 years news report on different sources. So we can see here that we are not just going to the visual and the physical data collection. We are just collecting the data from the secondary data analysis process from the different reports and sources. So in this part, we're going for method of data analysis. In the method of data analysis, we have analyzed it by analyzing the data of communal violence since 2015. As I have said that uh, this paper will analyze the data of recent 5 years. So since 2015, this study has found out 5 types of violence that have been taken place since year 2015 to present time. And the people fear about it, namely land grabbing, house burning, looting, temple vandalizing, and killing. I would like to mention it that all of these things is included and just connected with the communal violence. These types of violence took place time to time, and the sources of the violence come from the large extremist group. And this happens nearly pre-election, post-election communal violence, we can say it, and communal hatred and dominant tendency. It is a good, it's a major factor that dominant tendency also comes in the major factor for that. All of the matters create the intensity of the communal violence from time to time. This part, after this, the expected findings of this paper. The findings of this study construct another understanding for future prospect of the title. The intercommunal violence in Bangladesh and its nature have changed from time to time. My previous presenter, his topic also on violent extremism from a previous time, and it will change, and it have changed from time to time. So the expected findings will be in recent year of communal violence in Bangladesh. It has took place with its different trends. If we are looking at one of the recent trends of violence occurred by the extremist people, which are very destructive and deadly attack towards minority people. Point to be noted that deadly attacks towards minority people. And the second findings, we are expected that the sources of the intercommunal violence in Bangladesh comes from major three sources. These are large pre-election and post-election communal violence, and communal hatred and dominant tendency for the minority people. This is the sources of intercommunal violence in Bangladesh. So after that, the implications or significance of the study is, this study will try to focus a causal relationship between communal violence and its threats to the human security. Uh, if we are looking this study closely, that the human security threats is coming again and again. So it is an important factor that how the communal violence is threatening the human security perspective. So the human security perspective by which it would be easy to define the intervening variables between them. This is also rooted in communities and community problems and the local communal problems engaged with national problems, and also to be in global problems also. So it is cannot be denied that it will not go to the global level. The study mainly would try to find out the problem and then to find out the solutions, which ultimately would bring out the stability and will maintain a peace in our society. So thank you everyone for having patience. I would like to thank you, the moderator, and thank you all. In this session, you have any questions, any reviews, or any recommendations, I am ready to answer. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for nice presentation, Mr. Asif Al Hasan. Your explanation was very clear. The topic is very clear and timely. I can say uh, you will be able to draw the attention of the policymakers from the top level leaders in our country. Very nice presentation, and the method is also clear. Now I would like to request the presenters to ask your question if you have any question. So please ask your question, methodological question, or the topical question, or any type of question. Please ask now. So Mr. Asif Al Hasan will answer, and he will make it clear to you.
Yes,
And
sir. I have a question.
those who are hearing our conference from Facebook Live or from any other sources, I request you all viewers to write your question and comment in the comment box in the Facebook Live, so that at the end of the conference, again, I will open the question answer session uh, for answering all questions. So thank you, Mr. Asif Al Hasan, and let us hear the question from Rakib Jahan.
Okay, Asif Hassan. Your topic, you have to gather some information from the minorities of our country, the minority people, of which minority communities. So sometimes they are not uh, comfortable to reply to this type of questions or in question. So how can you approach them to make some comments about your question, or how are you planning to make your questionnaire or data collection process to get much information from them? I want to know.
Okay, thank you, Rakib Johan, for your nice question. I have cleared it that my data collection and my data collection method of paper, that will be some time of secondary data collection, the secondary data analysis, combination of different reports, and the analysis, the study will collect data from different sources from journal articles and the report of different minority rights organization and so on. But if you are telling that we should approach to the minor community or indigenous people to collect the real data, the real statistics from them, I will think it later, because this is not the final paper that I am submitting. Hereafter, the collection of data process can be changed different time to time, and we'll try to go there in physically and take the physical data, and we'll try to collect the true information from them. And if it is coming from, if your question is like that, how I will just uh, take their attention or catch their attention, or I will feel like them free to speak with me. I can take any other interviewees from my community that is connected with him closely. They can help. So the whole process is, this paper is not finished yet. We are working on it. So later on, some procedures, if the time says that some procedure should be added, it will be added. I think you have got the answer. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank you.